Gosh, Caden. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, I'm so bad. So I don't think I'm made to be YouTube. I can't even talk. Today I'm gonna be answering questions. Welcome back to another video, guys. I'm in my parents' car or truck because I don't have a vehicle. So, and I don't have the key. Holy crap, it's hot. Oh man, it is hot. Okay. Today I'm gonna be answering questions sent in by you guys. So like 2 or 3 days ago, I put out a video and it was titled, comment questions you want answered was the title of that video. And you guys sent in some questions. I have them down on this little sketchbook type thing.
Wow.
I think we have like 13 questions to get into. So I'm gonna close the door. 13 questions, but like some of the questions are like 3 questions long. So yeah, it might take longer than just like 2 seconds. Then what if some of these, never mind, let's just do it. Let's go. All right, so the first question that you guys asked was, how much does it cost to make a pack of baits? I'm not gonna tell you exactly how much it costs to make baits because like, that's like inside information. I'm trying to be, I want to be as transparent as I can with you guys, but at the same time, like there is like a business like on a business level, you can't say everything about your business, you know? You do have to keep some of it more on the more secretive end. Not secretive. Gosh, Caden. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad. I don't think I'm made to be YouTube. I can't even talk. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, from like a business standpoint, at a certain level, like you can't say everything about your business or else your business is just gonna like fail. So I can't tell you guys everything. But when you talk about making a pack of baits, I don't know if you mean like just the baits themselves or like baits, labels, packaging, shipping, all of that, like the glitter, the colorant. I mean, there's so much more into making baits than, you know, just like, oh, dumping the plastic solid and then putting it in the microwave and then taking it out and injecting it. Like you guys, like there's a lot more than just that process. It's hard for me to talk about this without telling you the exact numbers that it costs, okay? When it comes to like making my baits, but it's not cheap. So I'm not making that much profit when I sell my baits to you guys, especially from shipping. Oh dude, that takes so much. And Shopify, which is what I have my website on, and I'm gonna talk about my website stuff later. Shopify also takes a little bit of your earnings, so that kind of goes into it too. So, I don't know. Next question. All right, I have to have the door open because it's like 1,000 degrees here. Actually, let's see what the temperature is today. It's 82, but in a hot truck, it feels like 1,000. That's what my app said, so. What kind of material is it made out of? Plastisol. And then there's pigment that goes into it to change the color. You can also use like powder, like mica powder and stuff, but that doesn't work as well. So I use liquid pigment and then it's just glitter. You know, there's a ton of other stuff, but the actual bait is made out of plastisol. Next question, how do I make my soft plastics? Well, if you watched my YouTube, to make my baits, you basically just watch any of my shorts and it'll really tell you how to do it. But basically, so you have a jar, it has measurements on it. You can either use like a Pyrex cup, or I actually just use like the mason jar thing, which is another question that's down later in the line. I'll talk about that, why I use that too. So you take the measurements, depending on which like amount you want, you just pour your plastisol into that amount, pour it into the cup, put it in the microwave. Depending on how many watts your microwave is, that will determine how long you need to put it in the microwave for. I usually put mine in for between 3.5 to 4 minutes in total. I don't put it in for 4 minutes at a time. I start with 3 minutes. The top of the plastisol in the cup will be a lot hotter than the bottom, so you want to try to stir it up, get the bottom to the top, and then put it in the microwave for 30-second increments. So you put it in 30 seconds, mix it again, 30 seconds, mix it again. Add your pigment and your glitter, mix that in, and then if it takes too long, you might have to put it in for just a little bit longer, but usually you should be fine as long as you're not slow as a sloth. You should have your mold ready before you inject, and then just suck up, inject, and then wait. After you hit like that 2-3 minute mark, it doesn't really matter how long you wait to take out your baits. It doesn't really matter though. They actually do get solid very quickly, in about 2 minutes is when I feel. If you have been making baits all day and your mold is really hot, it does take a little bit longer for your baits to cool down. So just take that into the consideration. And then once you take them off, I usually just throw the baits into a cooling tub. It's literally just cool water. It doesn't even have to be ice water, like literally just cool water. Toss the baits in there. 5 minutes is pretty good, that I've found. Going from that hot to cold helps the durability a lot, I've found at least. It also, you know, helps keep the shape a little bit better. And that is basically how you make baits. If you guys are curious and you want to know, you can go, you know, into my channel. I have YouTube shorts. I put them out almost every day, several times a week at least. That goes through basically exactly how to make your baits. Next question. Best way to get cheap molds and plastic. It depends on how cheap you want to go. You can go as cheap as like Amazon's like little stone molds, or you can go with, you know, like sillier metal but not as high quality. They work about 5 times and then they shatter. So, you know, use them as you will. I guess they're worth the money, the $20 or whatever that you spend on them, but I would invest in the more like the 200 to 250 range, you know, sometimes down to like 150. That is what I've found to be, you know, some of the best molds. But basically cheap molds and plastic, go to Amazon. But I would recommend don't do that. Don't do it. Save up, get good molds. You won't regret it. If you care about making baits and you want to make your baits, then, you know, get good molds, get good plastic. Next question. So the next question is the biggest bass that I've caught on one of the baits I've made. So I have caught a ton of bass on my crappie baits, but the biggest bass that I caught, let's see, I've caught a couple big bass with my Senkos actually. The thing is, I don't use Senkos that often, if I'm being honest. Now and then, I'm more of a hard bait guy. Crankbaits are my jam, and so are chatterbaits. I love chatterbaits, oh my gosh. But I don't honestly know. I know I've caught so many 2-pounders, 3-pounders with it. So many. My stepdad, his dad just sent me a picture. He caught 2 3-pounders with my baits like a week ago or two. It's right here. I would say the biggest I've caught, I know I've caught a ton of 3-pounders, a ton of 2-pounders. I might have caught a 4-pounder, but I live in Ohio and I don't go bass fishing a ton. I usually go for panfish. So like, but yeah, I would say the biggest bass I probably caught on my baits is around that 3-4 pound area. So the next question is, how much money will I need in total to start making baits? That's a hard question, if I'm being honest, because you could spend $50 to make baits. You could spend $1,000 to start making baits. So I put down like your 5 basic things. Microwave, you need a microwave. Don't use your kitchen microwave. I did that on accident. Lung cancer will be coming right to you guys, or any type of cancer. I don't even know. I'm not a scientist or doctor or something, but don't use your kitchen microwave. So invest in a microwave. Literally go to like Goodwill or get a cheap microwave, $20. That's all you need to spend on it. Any more than that, it's bogus. Plastisol, around $50 is how much a jug of Plastisol costs. Just for beginners, 1 gallon's plenty. Pigment and glitters. So pigment only costs like $3 to $5 when you buy it, but say you want a couple and you want a couple glitters, I'd say around $20 is what I would spend when I'm first getting into it. Your mold, that kind of depends. Like I said, between $100 and $200 is where I find a lot of molds are these days. And the injector is around $50. At least the ones I use are around $50. So that totals up to $200 to $350 is about how much you're gonna need to spend when you first get started. But like I said, if you want a couple molds, that's gonna add a couple $100. A couple injectors, you know, dual injector kit, that's gonna add another $100 for the kit and the other injector. If you want a good assortment of pigment and glitters, you know, that's gonna cost more money. If you want a 5-gallon jug rather than a 1-gallon jug, that's gonna cost, you know, another $70 more. So if you want multiple microwaves, then you're a Chad, and that's cool. That would be lit if I had like 7. Could you imagine like 7 microwaves like lined up on my desk? Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. Sorry, spazzing. Next question. What ingredients are needed and how do you make it? Like I said, it's honestly just easier if you just go watch one of my videos, one of my YouTube shorts, or even my long form videos, if you guys don't know how to make the baits and how, like, what you make them out of. Next question. What do you need to start making baits. Microwave, plastisol, pigments, mold injector. You should have some PPE, personal protection equipment, but I don't know, I'm not good at wearing that. I rather just burn my fingers till they're crisp and like a potato chip. Yeah, it hurts, you know, it's 350 degrees. If it spills on you, it's like getting jelly off your hands, but you want to do it in like 5 milliseconds. So then it gets on this hand, and then you're just like this, and then it gets all over your hands, and then it's like 350 degrees, and it's just like burning your hands. You don't want that, okay? I speak from experience. I have scars on my thighs when my plastisol fell over and it got on my thighs when I was first starting to make baits, and I was dumb, okay? I was dumb, I promise. You will mess up like that, okay? Unless you're Jesus. But you're not Jesus, because Jesus is up there and we're down here. So get some PPE. Goodness gracious. I forgot that in the last question of how much money will it cost. PPE is not actually that expensive though. Like gloves are like 20 bucks. I don't know. I'm talking out my butt right now. Gloves are 20 bucks. Mask, $10. I don't know. Add another $30 or whatever my other total was. That's basically all you need to get started. Next question. Bruh. Do fish swim? Hey Siri, do fish swim?
Fish swim by exerting force against the surrounding water. They do this by alternately contracting paired sets of muscles on either side of the backbone, which forms S-shaped curves that move down the body to the back fin.
Yeah, I would say fish swim. Tips on starting a bait making company is the next question. Just do it, honestly. For the longest time, I had the supplies to make baits for like months before I actually started doing it because I was scared and I didn't want to waste plastisol, but I had no idea what I was doing, so I didn't use any of it. So one day, my dad and I were like, let's do this. So we brought it into our kitchen, like I said, and we tossed it in the microwave for like way too long, and it started bubbling, and we like took it out and we burnt our fingers. Sorry, it's too hot in this. My camera literally turned off because of the heat. Oh, but basically, what were we on? Oh, tips. Basically, I don't know, just get started. Don't be scared. If you mess up, you mess up. I messed up about 1,000 times. I still mess up every now and then. I'm not perfect, and so neither will you. That sounded mean, I'm sorry. That sounded mean. Basically, just try. If you mess up, it's fine. You learn. Well, hopefully you'll learn from mistakes. I don't know, I'm done. Next question. How or what do I need for an LLC? How do I start a website? And where do you get packaging for your swim baits? So the LLC thing, my dad actually helped me do that, so I don't want to get into that too much. How did I start a website? I did it on Shopify. You can do other stuff like Wix. Is GoDaddy a website thing? Is GoDaddy a website thing? Yeah, but I did it on Shopify and it's worked great. It's really easy. There's a couple things that I don't love about it, but you know, it's whatever. It's fine. And then where do I get my packaging for my swim baits? I actually don't know where I get my clamshell packaging. I haven't ordered it in a while because I have a lot. I don't honestly remember where I got my clamshell packaging, but if you just search up clamshell packaging, that is the type of packaging that I have, that harder plastic that you put the swim baits in. You'll find something on there. Next question, why do I use a jar instead of a measuring cup? I've had a couple people ask me this question, and the answer is, I don't know. I used to have a measuring cup. I used to have, well, not a measuring, I used to have a Pyrex cup, and then it like literally grew legs and disappeared and walked off, and I've never seen it again on this side of the earth. And there's no more Pyrex cups in the entire world, so I use a mason jar. No, but it doesn't really matter like what I'm using for my baits, because the jar has measurements on it, and I'm used to doing them out of that jar because I'm used to those measurements. I'm used to like seeing how full it is. There's no sense in me switching now. It might look more professional, I guess, putting them in the Pyrex cups because they're more expensive and stuff, but like why, you know? It doesn't really matter. I know exactly like how much to put in how much plastisol still, so personal opinion, I guess. If you guys want to send me some Pyrex cups, I would love that. My address, actually, I don't know if I want to send you my address, so never mind. I don't want to die. Not that I think I'll die, because I love my supporters and you guys are amazing and I love you guys so much and you're the best ever. Sorry, something just came in my head. We need to give you guys a name though, like the subscriber name, you know, like Kendall Gray, like I'm part of the Gray gang, you know, subscribe to Kendall Gray, you know, something like that. So drop down in the comments what you want our like group to be, or like what you guys to be. How did we get to that? We went from talking about a jar and now to that. But anyways, next question. But no, last question, seriously. Caden, focus. Last question. Is the profit good and is it a fun business? Yes, well, and yes. Profit. So the thing is, like I said in the beginning, there's pretty nice starting fee, you know, between like all, not fee, like starting point. You have to pay for a lot of things at the beginning. So for a while, you're going to be in the red. But you know, like any business, you're going to be in the red for a little while until you get into the green. But after that, profit is pretty good if you have a lot of sales. Just like I said in the beginning of the video, there's a lot of things that take away your profit. So when you guys order and you see that my baits are $5 or $3.75 or $4 or, you know, whatever, that's not money I'm making. Or when you check out and you see that the total is $9.30 because of shipping and the bait, I'm not making that $9.30. I'm making a lot less than that. But over time, the profit it's better, you know, just like anything. And yes, it is a fun business. It is amazing. The reason I started this business is, one, because I'm a fishing fanatic and I love fishing. Number two, because I've always wanted to be on YouTube and do stuff on YouTube, but I don't know what to like go in. I don't know what niche to do. So this has kind of helped me like open my eyes, and it's helped me to become, I don't want to say I'm a YouTuber, but like it's helped me to be on YouTube. And I don't know, it's also kind of cool because like when I go to school, well, not even like when I go to school, but like anywhere, and like kids are like, oh, like what's your, you know, like little side job, or like what's your like hobby, or you know, something like that. I'm not gonna say lawn care. Like the 90 other people, I get to say, oh, I actually have a fishing business and I sell fishing lures and I make content on YouTube. So that's actually really cool. Not a lot of people say that, especially at a younger age. So it makes it really fun. And then it's also really fun because like if you are fishing and you're fishing a lot, you can make your own baits. You can make them, you know, you can make them sink, you can make them float, you can make them with any type of pigment, any type of glitter, really any type of mold if you just buy it. So yes, it is a very fun business. I love it and I plan to stick with it until, yeah. But that being said, that was the last question, guys. We had some pretty good questions and I probably answered them terribly. Like usual, I'm not good at answering questions. So yeah, if you guys want to see more videos like this where it's not just me making baits, tell me, because I'll do them. On the days that I can't make baits, I would love to make videos like this, but I need to see the support from you guys so I know if I should make them or not. So, jot down in the comments 2 things. Number 1, what you think our name should be, like your guys' name, not my name. I already have a YouTube name. Yeah, so drop down in the comments, tell me what you guys think your guys' name should be. And also drop down if you want to see more content like this, or if you should, Caden, you should go back to making baits because that's the only thing you're good at. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And if you didn't enjoy, tell me. And if you did enjoy, tell me. So I know, I love to hear your guys' feedback. And you guys are what kind of this channel, you know, is existent because of you guys. And I don't know, it's nice to hear your guys' feedback. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, drop them down in the comments and I will see you guys in another one. And if you will, please subscribe and hope you have an amazing day. God bless.